Hey guys, this is Nate from RunDreamAchieve.com. Hope you guys are having a great week. I know it's getting colder, so definitely getting colder here in Indiana, so I hope you guys are bundling up and staying warm. Today's video I want to talk on how to run a faster 5K on race day. And if any of you are specialized in the 5K, my hat's off to you. The 5K is definitely a highly anaerobic event, so you definitely have to be sharp, you have to be well trained at paces that are very fast. The 5K was never really my main event. I definitely felt like I was better at the longer distances, but I ended up running a personal best of 15 minutes and 19 seconds for 5,000 meters on the track when I was in college. I, on numerous occasions, went through, I remember running 15:09 through the 5K point in my 10-mile personal best of 50:54. So I've run faster, and I'm sure I could have went well under 15 minutes, but that's the fastest I went for the distance when I was in college. I do know that if you're preparing for, in terms of running faster on race day, you know, knowing that it's a shorter race, so you have less time to make those mistakes in the race. So you do not want to go out too fast in that first mile. Whether you're running on the track or you're doing it on the roads, you're trying to run a road 5K. I did run, even when I was in high school, I ran 15:53 for 5K on the roads. I never broke 16 minutes during a cross-country race for 5K, but I did run 15:53 my senior year on the roads for the 5K distance. So I understand the complexities of this particular event. The longer races, they're more aerobic. You can make more mistakes. You have more time if you did go out too fast in the race, you can kind of make up for it in the latter stages because it's a longer race. But in terms of how to run a faster 5K on race day, is you definitely want to go into that race well tapered. You definitely want to continue to stress the anaerobic systems of the body, improving your body's aerobic capacity, and training at your anaerobic threshold. Because I was asked recently by somebody who was asking about heart rate monitor training, and he was saying, on my easy day, should I train is 150 good for my easy pace? Yes, if you're training for a 5K all the way up to the marathon distance, and wearing a heart rate monitor, definitely in terms of preparing for a 5K race as well, definitely implement heart rate monitor training into your routine in 2021, training for your 5K, because you definitely want to train at paces that are very, very fast, because the 5K is such a short event, only 3.1 miles, 5 kilometers. So you definitely want to get on the track once per week. Do that VO2 max workout we talk about. The tempo runs. Tempo pace is going to be slower than your 5K race pace, obviously. Okay, but you definitely want to, if you're wearing a heart rate monitor, you want to make sure, and this is also depending on your age, you want to make sure your heart rate is right around between 165 to 170 or slightly above 170. And again, it's going to be impacted on your age. If you're in your early 20s or 30s, 165 to 172 is definitely a solid effort in terms of preparing for a 5K. Get that tempo run out to around 6 to 8 miles in length. So you're doubling the distance or slightly over doubling the distance of your race effort. So that is key, because you're spending time training not quite at 5K race pace, but closer to 10K to marathon race pace, and that's going to make you very, very strong for racing over 3 miles on the track or on the roads. Definitely work on your speed, because this is a speed event. I, as well as everybody else, only really have so much overall raw leg speed. We got high school kids and collegians that are, you know, running under 14 minutes for 5K, or females that are running even in the 15s and very low 16s for the 5K. So there are some very strong middle distance runners out there, and if that's you, the 5K is definitely the event, and I have the utmost respect for you, because the 5K event for me definitely gave me a lot of headaches. I was trying so hard to get under 14 minutes, and I just had to come to the realization that I didn't have quite the leg speed that you need for the 5K distance. But I found out later that I was stronger at the longer distances. So what I want you to keep in mind in terms of how to run a faster 5K on race day leading into 2021, don't get bent out of shape and don't second guess yourself if you're not running it quite as fast as you think you can right now over the 5K distance. I think if you continue to work on your leg speed, spend time really focusing on that leg turnover, doing repeat 200s, 300s, repeat 400s, repeat 800 meters, repeat Ks on the track, where you're really ramping up your heart rate and building up a ton of lactic acid, so you can only really spend a few seconds at these types of sprint type efforts that you need to run a great 5K. Also spending time, like I said, doing long runs. You don't necessarily have to do faster long runs every other weekend like I teach in the longer distance events like the 10K up to the marathon, but it does work in the 5K as well. It's something I wish I would have implemented when I was in college. Again, I was really focused on mileage. I was young back then. Obviously I'm 44 now. I was in my mid-20s, early to mid-20s when I was running the 5,000 meters in college, and just kind of really never focused as much on the importance of jogging on recovery days. I was running too fast on my easy days, even in college, and then really trying to push the envelope too soon. Again, quick results, we all want them, but you have to be patient with yourself, especially with the 5K distance. Continue to make small goals. Continue, even if it's like I want to run 15 seconds faster in my next 5K, let it be that. Don't say like I want to drop a minute off my 5K in 2 months time. It's not impossible, but you don't want to get too frustrated with yourself if you're pushing yourself too fast and you're not quite ready to run as fast as you want to run over the 5K distance. So keep those things in mind. Again, running longer tempo runs, if you can get it out to around 6 miles and double the distance of your race that you're trying to race over 5 kilometers, and you spend probably about spend that effort at tempo pace at around 15 to 20 seconds slower than 5K race pace, that's going to make you very strong leading in your 5K. Again, I believe in a 10-day taper, not a 3-week taper. So if you taper down for your 5K event, I think you're going to make massive gains. If you slow down on your easy runs and you don't focus on how fast you're running on recovery days. Again, I wasn't focusing on, I made those mistakes when I was in college, and I probably would have ran a lot faster over the 5K distance. And I've run faster than 15:19 through splits in longer races. Okay, even when I ran 2:19, I was 15:22 through the 5K point in that race. So know that you're going to continue to improve, but if you're early on in the stages of your running your 5K and you're new to the sport, just know that your best results are months and years in advance. So don't beat yourself up over a bad race or bad performances. Continue to stay hungry, stay focused in training. I have training programs for 5K athletes on RunDreamAchieve.com for just about every time frame. So if it's something that you're interested in, they're definitely not going to break your bank account, but they're set up the way I now know how to train. Again, when I was running 5,000 meters and 5Ks in college, in high school, I didn't really know the basics of what it takes to run a great 5K. You have to work on your speed, but you also have to be just as disciplined on your easy days and allow that time to recover. And again, super compensation, Google that. The recovery phase of your training is absolutely critical for great results to come about. You can only push your body so hard so many times. If you don't back off and allow time for your body to recover from those hard anaerobic workouts you're doing, it's going to be very difficult to get a high return on your investment. So again, the hardest working athletes don't always get the results. The smartest training athletes do. It's not about, especially with the 5K distance, don't focus so much on volume either. You don't need to be running a lot of mileage to run a great 5K. You know, when I was in college, I was running closer to 80 to 90 miles a week, and I was training for mainly the 5K and 10K races. You don't need to be running that much. You can run a great 5K off of like 30 miles a week or 25 to 30 miles a week if you're setting it up correctly. And again, attacking the anaerobic systems of the body, allowing your body time to aerobically adjust and recover from the hard workouts you're doing. Spending longer durations at anaerobic threshold, your tempo runs, lengthening those out. Definitely spend time on your feet. Do those long runs. Get out to around 10 to 15 miles for your long run, and spend a little bit of time during that long run at a higher heart rate and for a little bit longer time. Maybe 3 or 4 or 5, 6 miles of that you want to spend at around 85% of your maximum heart rate. Okay, so I hope this has been helpful in terms of how to run a faster 5K on race day. Definitely keep it fun. Don't stress out. On race day, know that everybody around you is going to be stressed out and worried. Test yourself in training first. Make training the hardest part of your preparation. The race day, your race should be the easy part. As funny as that sounds, it is. As I got older in the sport and got more mature, I realized that training and testing yourself in training is the #1 way to be as competitive and prepared for anything your competition throws at you in the race. The race is the easy part. It's the training part that's the most difficult. So I hope this has been helpful for you guys. Feel free to leave me a comment below this video if you have any questions or concerns. If you're brand new, hit that subscribe button and that bell icon so when I make a new video you'll be notified. And if you're a regular watcher and you haven't subscribed yet, definitely hit the if you guys have any other questions or concerns, anything I can help you guys with, feel free to leave me a comment below this video and let me know what's your current best for the 5K. I guarantee you some of you guys and gals are already close to running 15:19 or faster. So just shows you that you can run a strong 5K and run very strong in the other distances. It's just a matter of your tenacity, your persistence, and your commitment to excellence in the sport. Maybe you're more focused, maybe you're more fast twitch muscle fibers, so you're more of a middle distance runner. You're more of like a mile to 5K athlete rather than a 10K to a marathon athlete. So the 5K, again, is a highly anaerobic event, so you definitely want to continue to focus on your raw leg speed, work on those sprints, set up your training the way you need to be successful. Again, there are ways and means to bypass the mistakes other athletes have made, and that's what I've tried to do on RunDreamAchieve.com, is to make those programs, make the running courses set up to really assist athletes to get the best results over the long term. So hope you guys have a great week of training. Stay focused, and again, I'm here if you guys have any questions, anything you need on my end, feel free to reach out to me. Either leave me a comment or email me. My contact information is below this video, as well as a bunch of other resources. So I'll talk to you guys all in the next video.